Hey, how's it going, everybody? Coming to you guys from a new little segment that I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. Coming to you talking about kind of the days going on, the news, what's happening out there, and really just what's on my mind. Just rambling through shit. I've been getting a lot of requests to start doing the individual shows again where it's just me talking. And it's kind of hard because I do have the schedule with the interview shows and everything, and actually really enjoy those long format conversations. So what I'm going to do here is come to you guys pretty much on a regular basis, almost on a daily, just to kind of keep it below 20, 30 minutes and just shoot the shit with you. So wanted to jump right into you guys, I don't know if anybody has seen this, the Oxford, Michigan school shooting. Actually have it pulled up here on my phone. There was a boy, a young man by the name of Tate Meyer. He actually stepped in front of the gunman and saved so many kids' lives. I don't know if you guys have seen that. You really should look into it. Oxford, Michigan. I didn't even hear about it the day it happened. I only heard about it I think the day after, and it was really just in the news, a little snippet. And so I went back and started looking at it. And I mean, there's 4 kids killed in a school shooting, and this young man stepped in front of the gunman and sacrificed his own life and stopped him from killing so many others. What he did actually, it slowed the gunman down, and it gave everybody else the opportunity kind of to grab him and end everything. But unfortunately, there were a total of 4 kids that lost their lives. Really cool is the school's coming together already, the community's coming together already, and they're looking to actually change the name of the school's football stadium to Tate Meyer Stadium. So, I think the world needs more people like Tate. We see on the news every single day people bitching and complaining about how unfair the world is and how things should change. And in this moment, you had someone like Tate who stepped in and made a difference. They stepped in and changed something right then and there. They sacrificed themselves for the greater good, and they saved so many lives. He did such an amazing thing. He did something that so many people should aspire to be, which is a hero. And it's not every day you go out and sacrifice your life, things like that, but he didn't think about himself first. He literally thought about everybody else. I mean, granted, I know we can sit here and we can speculate on what he thought about. We really don't know, but the fact is that he sacrificed himself to stop the gunman. So we can assume that he put everybody else before himself, and the truest sacrifice. It was pretty amazing. I wish that we would see more of that stuff, and what that comes from is more of this toxic masculinity that so many fucking people out there want to do away with. It's the fact that he believed that he made a difference, that he could do something different. That doesn't come from being coddled and being made to feel like everything's going to be okay. That comes from living with some adversity. That comes from, not getting everything you want every single day and working for it and going out there and doing the hard things. And he knew that what he was about to do very well could cost him his life, and it did. And, I think he lives an example that we should all aspire to. There's so many people like him that we've lost over the past 20 years to the sacrifice of war, and I think unfortunately because of that, it's softened who we are as a world, as a nation, because there's been so many strong, hardened individuals willing to do the tough thing for the betterment of society. They've gone. And now we have so many other people stepping in that are weak. And just because they have a loud voice, they believe they can bully and push people around with this voice that they have. And it's very unfortunate because these are not the people that are qualified to lead, let alone know what it takes to actually lead. They just spew and spout, and it's really unfortunate. So, we live in this society today where the world needs more tough people. The world needs more toxic masculinity. I've talked about this several times on my show. Talked about it the other day with Amber. The world just needs more of it. And it's just unfortunate that a young man in his teens had to lose his life. But I believe he lives a great example of what we need more of in the world. So, obviously we've got a lot going on. There's a brand new variant going on, and how fucking ironic that the new variant is coming right as the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is going to start. How fucking amazing is that we have a little song and dance, a little show over here, and it takes everybody's attention away from what should be important. It was amazing that we had the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and the media painted it to be all about race, when what he did was he killed three white men. He wounded another. He didn't. There was no other race involved. It wasn't other race individuals that were harmed by Kyle Rittenhouse. It was three white individuals. But the media painted it, all you heard about was race. Well, all of a sudden, conveniently, but that was covered on TV nonstop. I mean, every fucking second of that trial was covered on television. It was streamed live over the internet for the world to see. Yet the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is not being put out there. I think that's really fucking convenient when there is the potential of very high, powerful people being exposed. I mean, I just literally saw a picture just yesterday where Bill Clinton was walking his daughter down the aisle at her wedding, and Ghislaine Maxwell was standing right there in the fucking crowd, which you don't see the picture of him, but she didn't really go anywhere without Jeffrey Epstein. And more than likely, he was there at Bill Clinton's daughter's wedding. It's kind of fucking sad that you have people like Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and all of these other very powerful, influential people are on the flight manifests. It's been proven. They're there. Don't need context for that. There's no assumption of what the fuck they were doing on the plane or on Pedophile Island. But the fact is that they were there. And the assumption with the connection for what they were doing, you guys can jump to your own assumption on that. But what is ultimately disturbing to me is that it's been very little coverage of what's going on there. And now we've got a new variant that's coming out, and it's all the media channels are just are screaming, the new variant. Also, and it's only in South Africa. Again, an ironic thing where we knew where the original virus came from, but Trump was racist and xenophobic by trying to shut down air travel to China. But Biden is a hero for shutting down air travel to South Africa. I mean, how many times do you guys need to be lied to actually fucking open your eyes and realize that these people are just treating you like you're a bunch of children, like you're a bunch of fucking idiots. They are making a profit off of you, and they don't care because you guys keep buying into this shit. You just keep going down the fucking road as if, you don't have a brain. It's amazing how hypocritical everything is going on. It's just like the ivermectin situation. There was over 200 Congress people that were documented to be treated with ivermectin, and they all were cured of COVID in a very short period of time with no side effects. But all you hear about on the media are these outlier cases of where I think in the history, ivermectin is an antiviral. Again, I'm not a doctor and I don't speak from any authority, but it's my understanding that it's antiviral. And it's been on the WHO approved medical list for something like 30 years. And they use it heavily in Africa and India for treating, people get bacteria. They get viruses from dirty water, unsanitary living conditions. And there's literally been billions upon billions of treatments or doses administered of ivermectin. Yet there is something like 40, less than 100 known adverse effect cases from it. Yet you've got a vaccine that's being pushed with booster shots, 1, 2, 3, going on and on and on. And what you've got with that is that you've actually have like 17,000 people, I believe. You'd have to look at the VAERS report. But there's like 17,000 people that have had severe adverse effects from the vaccine. But it's still getting pushed. It's still getting pushed. It's still getting pushed. And again, the worldwide number one advertiser is the pharmaceutical industry. You go on there and you got this show's presented on CNN by Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer. You go on Fox News and MSNBC and all these other fucking news channels, and they're all being pushed and supported by pharmaceutical companies that are profiting off of this. You got a company like Pfizer that had $37 billion in profit last quarter. That doesn't come from the little blue pill, which happens to also be out of patent. I mean, that's the fucked up part about this is, you got a company like Pfizer that pushes this little blue pill that was originally only for heart conditions. It helped push blood through the system, and it was found that, oh my god, like a side effect, a byproduct of this little blue pill was that, hey, it gave guys hard-ons. It made their fucking dicks hard for a long period of time. People who couldn't get erections can now fucking get hard. Well, wow, but apparently it's only meant for fucking heart patients, but they're treating erectile dysfunction with it. But there's no stigma to it. But because you have something that's labeled as a horse dewormer, there's supposed to be some stigma to that. How fucking retarded is that? How fucking stupid is that? That just because you have this, it's been given to people around the world in billions upon billions of treatments. But some reason the U.S. media is pushing it solely as a horse dewormer. But it was used in Africa. It's been used in India. It's been used in China for the last 30 years as an antiviral in humans, not just in horses, not in livestock, in humans. It was used in humans. But for some reason, the U.S. media wants to push it. Why? Because there's no fucking money to be made on it. And it's this constant cycle of we get low numbers. We're going to push out a new variant. We got to up the boosters. We got to up the vaccination. We got to push for control. And how many of you fuckers are going to just continue to buy into it? You're never going to actually stop and say, I've got a brain. Is what the media and my government telling me the fucking truth? Are they lying to me? Are they hiding something? And why is it that it all occurs? Why is it there was nothing going on in the government when Kyle Rittenhouse was on trial? Why is it that all of the world was able to concentrate their attention on Kyle Rittenhouse for 2 fucking weeks? But yet, all of a sudden, when something actually that may affect the U.S. government, that may affect people in power, that actually could have some ripple effect in society is coming to fruition, why is it that all of the sudden there's 1,000 other fucking things going on that are so much more important that want to distract from that attention? You guys got to open your fucking eyes. It's so frustrating, and I have these conversations all the time, and it's absurd. So I'll probably dive. I haven't really talked about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and I don't know, maybe people are already tired of it. But if you actually watched the trial like I did and then actually read into all of the stuff, there is so much there that is just fucking mind-blowing that not only was the state allowed to do, For example, you had the survivor. You had the one individual that was shot in the arm. He had a DWI expunged from his record 6 days before the trial occurred. 6 days. He was a prosecution witness, a state witness. He got a DWI and had it expunged from his record by the prosecution. Not the prosecution in the Kyle Rittenhouse, but the people that were prosecuting him. He got it in Wisconsin. And the prosecutor in his case for the DWI expunged it, dismissed the case, and got it expunged from his record 6 days prior to the Rittenhouse trial. Why? He has prior DWIs. He has prior felony convictions. Why in the world is that being wiped away 6 days prior to? Think about it. Did they not want to put him on the stand as a witness when he just got a DWI? Would he become a very good witness for the prosecution in the Kyle Rittenhouse case? I mean, just the idea that they would still put him on the stand as a credible individual blows my fucking mind. But it was such a one-sided railroad attempt. And not only was the state and local government obviously in on it, but also the federal government. I mean, you got a trial of a kid in the fucking Midwest who shot and killed 3 felons. One was a fucking pedophile. He had anally raped boys. And you have the President of the United States chiming in and commenting on this case as if somehow Kyle Rittenhouse deserved to be fucking shot and killed. I mean, Biden is the kind of president that would have literally celebrated a fucking convicted pedophile if it pushed his agenda. That's fucking sad. Sad, sad, sad. And never one time did anybody all these people, all the pictures of all these people were kept under wraps. Everything about them was kept under wraps until the trial started because they were pushing a race agenda the entire time. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, it's not about race. These people were fucking white. And Kyle Rittenhouse is Hispanic. I mean, if a black man or a white man can choose and define themselves because they've got one parent of one skin color and a one parent of another skin color, they can say, well, they're white or black. Or if you've got a Hispanic parent and one white parent, you can say, well, you're white or Hispanic. Well, Kyle Rittenhouse has a white parent and a Hispanic parent. He doesn't even identify solely as a white man, but he killed white men, 3 white men. And it wasn't about race. It wasn't fucking about race. It wasn't about black and white. It just happened to be taking place at a riot, a BLM riot in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And it just pushed an agenda, and it got everybody so worked up. And all of a sudden, it's just like it's fucking gone. Like it's no big deal. All these horrible fucking things that people like Cuomo and Maddow and all these other assholes said about him, they're just fucking gone. LeBron LeSnitch James. The horrible fucking things. I read something yesterday, a federal magistrate, I guess, approved because of all the things that LeBron James had said about Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm not sure if it's true. I didn't look into it. I saw part of the article. Actually, I couldn't sleep. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I saw it, and it said that a federal magistrate in the United States approved a $165 million defamation suit to go forward against LeBron James from Kyle Rittenhouse. I fucking love that. Run that fucking commie bitch out of the fucking NBA. Get rid of him. So now that all the shit, everything about him starting to come to light. All the other athletes are fed up with his bullshit. People are painting their shoes and comparing him to the Chinese dictator. I forget his fucking name, but anyway. You got a lot going on, and you got to realize people are pushing an agenda on you. Everybody out there, I don't give a shit if they're Republican or Democrat, they're pushing a fucking agenda on you, and you got to use your own goddamn brain. There are a lot of bad Republicans out there, and there are a lot of good Republicans, and there's a lot of bad Democrats out there, and there's a lot of good Democrats out there. But if they are telling you that something over here, there is a fucking agenda. One way or the other, there's an agenda. They're pushing something that either benefits them or hurts somebody else. That's how politics works. So you guys need to use your fucking brains. You need to open your eyes. You need to read. And not just from one source. You need to read from multiple sources. I don't just go and read the Washington Post. I also read the USA Today and the Houston Chronicle. And then I'll read Yahoo. And then you got to read a lot of different sources. And it's amazing how fucking far apart they all are on the same exact fucking story. And how quickly these people report something just for a headline. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Use your fucking brains. Open your eyes. Read more. Listen more. Pay more attention. Don't take everything at surface level. You got to dig into it because you're being fucking lied to. You're being lied to every single day, and it's by every politician out there. Every single one of them. They're pushing an agenda, and you guys need to pay attention. Where is the Ghislaine Maxwell trial going? Who's it going to affect? And why aren't we seeing wall-to-wall coverage like we saw for OJ back in the 90s, Kyle Rittenhouse for the last 3 fucking weeks? The George Floyd trials, why? Why aren't we seeing it fucking wall to wall? Think about that. So I'll leave that with you, or I'll leave you with that, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.